Hi and welcome to Australian Gamers Friday Night Podcast. I'm Yug.
And I'm Matt.
Tonight we'll be talking about the Interactive Australia 2007 report,
The Australian Gamer World of Warcraft Guild,
eBay bans virtual item auctions,
and our interview with, I'm going to say it both ways for people who do and don't know, Uwe Boll and or Uwe Boll.
How'd you say the first one?
Uwe. Isn't it Uwe?
That's it.
Uwe?
I always pronounce it Uwe Boll. U-W-E Boll. Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll. Isn't that what I said before?
No, you said Uwa.
Uwe.
Uwa. 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 So like
Anyway, yeah.
It's off a movie.
But I like that it's actually Baal.
Baal. It's
very demonic.
I was about to say, isn't that some demon?
He was god of
war.
No, he was like the god of one of the tribes of where the Israelites settled. He was one of the kind of pagan gods. I like the fact that it's a pagan god if it's not, your god.
How do you know that?
Because I know a lot of really stupid crap.
Yeah, you do. All right. Okay, well, let's not talk about that first, though. Let's leave Uwe to the end. So, build the anticipation. For anyone that doesn't know, by the way, just in case, Uwe Boll is a director who directs movies based on video game licenses. If you've seen the movies House of the Dead or Alone in the Dark or Blood Rain, that's
you have
him.
our sympathy. I mean, you know him.
Well, yeah, he doesn't exactly have a very good reputation in the industry.
It's definitely substellar.
We'll talk about it a bit later because we have some very different and strong opinions on this now, I think.
We do. We've actually...
conflicted opinions.
We're really torn, emotionally scarred, I think.
You're just scarred. I think you were just torn. You're just torn.
Yeah, and it formed a scar.
Yes. Okay, right. Anyway, the Interactive Australia 2007 report.
That's what it's called, I think. Yeah,
it is.
Interactive Australia 2007.
There was basically a report brought out today by the IEAA. Yesterday. Okay, whatever. And it's a official proper survey. They don't do them very often in Australia in regards to video games, and it basically has statistics on like what the average age of gamers are, who plays them, how often do they play, what demographics, and all these kind of...
Yeah, it covers a lot of overlapping things like broadband uptake and that sort of thing.
Yep.
So it's pretty interesting to see current, up to date, definite information about who is an Australian gamer. Yeah.
Okay. Any of these stats? I think Moon Unit actually posted it first in the forums and with a whole bunch of...
Yeah, so much thanks to Moon Unit for some fantastic copy and pasting.
Finally, actually, a good post, a relevant, interesting post.
Yeah, it's about time we had something that wasn't
sick of hearing
crap
those wisdom
Moon
teeth
Unit.
and stuff like that, seriously.
Yeah.
And his drinking escapades with Samo.
Yeah, and get a haircut, dude.
Yeah,
seriously.
Really. It's just disturbing.
You look like John Farnham, but not blonde. I'm just saying, if that's the look you're going for, then, stick with it.
Okay. Anyway, look, I think that probably the one of most interest to me personally is the average age of gamers, it says, is 28.
Yeah, it's 28. Now, the last I heard was 26.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, and I think we're going to see that continue to rise as gamers get older. Yeah,
because all the people from this gaming generation, they're not going to stop playing games.
Yeah, it's not like you turn 50 and have to hang up your controller.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but there's other statistics.
Oh dear God,
as well. Was it 41% of gamers are female and 8% are seniors?
That's very interesting. Now that makes me actually question the report, not in that it makes me doubt it, but it makes me wonder if 8% of seniors. If 8% of gamers are seniors, what's a gamer? You first need to define a gamer before you can start talking numbers.
Plays solitaire or...
Yeah, if you play Minesweeper sometimes when you're bored, are you a gamer?
Because, realistically, I know a lot of people that play SingStar.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a lot of girls that have played Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah,
but they're not the same kind of people that jump on Xbox Live and play Gears of War multiplayer.
Yeah, but at the same time, you have to take them into account to some degree, but how much?
Yeah.
How hardcore a gamer do you have to be a gamer?
Actually,
in a statistical sense.
You know what I wish we could find now? I wish we'd looked it up beforehand. The questions they'd asked. The actual survey questions that they'd asked these people.
I think, to be honest, they would have to ask... Are you a gamer?
It would literally be not so much are you a gamer, but how often do you play games? What kind of games do you play? And all this kind of thing. And judging by those answers, they'd be able to define,
Another
these people
important question is who'd they ask? We should probably look into the methodology of this survey a bit more.
They sent it out to 1,600
random households.
Study is based on a national random sample of 1,606 Australian households who responded to more than 75 questions over 300 data points in a 15-minute online survey run by AC Nielsen. Surveys Australia.
No, it's run by AC Nielsen. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
but obviously, good sample group.
Yeah,
this is a random survey of genuine Australians.
Yeah.
The question still needs to be asked of how they define a game.
It's always weird,
but
isn't
still.
it? A survey like this comes out and it's like, the average age of gamers is 28, but they only asked 1,600 people. Like,
well, there's something called the law of large numbers.
Yeah, I know.
Which is that the statistics get more and more accurate. I mean, if Australia has 30 million,
around about. I don't know.
Let's say Australia has 30 million people.
Okay.
If you ask 20 million people...
Yeah, you're going to get a pretty good answer.
Pretty good, but you'll still be wrong.
Yeah, but if you ask 1,600, it could be skewed a lot more.
It could be. No, absolutely. But unless you ask everyone, you're never going to get an absolute answer, so we just have to assume that it's a reasonable...
All right, fair enough.
That's what you have statistical variation for.
All right, fair enough.
Yep. All right, moving on. Some of the other statistics from it were interesting. 79% of Australian households have a device for playing computer and or video games. Now that's again a bit of a vague statistic because if you have a PC at all, even if you don't use it for games, does that count? I would think not, because it says a device for playing computer and video games, not a device capable of.
No, I would have said yes, because it specifically said computer games, computer and video games.
I know. But they're saying they have a device for playing computer and video games, not capable of playing computer and video games.
Well, that's a computer.
Yes. And if you use it for only spreadsheets, you're not using it for playing computer games.
But it's capable.
Thank you. And that's a different word. Note the spelling and pronunciation differences.
I don't even know actually what I'm saying anymore. All I know is that you're getting pissed off. I could go in circles all night on this one.
I'm so aware of that. Interestingly enough, another statistic that's pretty relevant, aside from the average age, is the average gender.
Oh, yeah.
41% of gamers have a vagina. I just thought that was a more interesting way to put it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yep.
And that means that...
What about manginas? Do any of them have manginas?
Well, that's another question that needs to be asked.
What if someone has both?
What if they're hermaphrodites? Does that throw the study? Does that skew the numbers? And also, what about people who've had sex changes?
That's right.
Are they counted as male or female gamers?
Well, I
mean, it's polite to call them female.
Look, I'm
willing to go along with that.
The only way to answer that is just to ask them the simple question, which bathroom do you use?
I guess they would use female.
Then they're female.
And the methodology, they would be asking, are you male or female? And the person would say female, assuming they'd been changed to a female.
Of course, yes. It would literally just be like, do you have a penis or a vagina? Well, there's the answer.
Yeah.
Well,
that's exactly... No, I was thinking something really dirty.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Okay, let's move on.
I was actually thinking that a pants-down study might be more appropriate for this particular statistic. But anyway, 8% of seniors is a lot. We've already discussed what counts as a gamer. But wait, you don't have to play Grand Theft Auto to be a gamer. A lot of older gamers would play things like Civilization.
Yeah, true.
It's more strategic.
Yep.
Less stupid games.
Yep. No, fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Well, look, I mean, all these they're very interesting, and no doubt, I think the most handy thing for us especially is that we'll be able to cite them a lot in the future and things like that. We'll be actually able to go back and say,
interesting statistics. These are ammunition.
Yeah, actually, to a point, they are.
Yeah. And for all of us, we can all...
If you want to check them out, Moonunit posted the link to it in the site, or you can just go to the AI...
We'll post it on the front of the site as well. I think it deserves at least that.
All right, cool. Let's move on to the other things that we said we'd actually talk about.
The Australian Gamer World of Warcraft Guild.
Yeah, you've been really active in this.
Oh, I've been kicking ass.
Yeah?
Taking names.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Matt's hard drive failed.
Yeah, it decided to turn not on.
Which kind of means that Matt, because the plan was to have Matt start up the guild, because
that was a good plan.
Matt actually has gotten up to level 60 in World of Warcraft and
played it a lot and
knows the jargon and the lingo and stuff like that. But his hard drive failed, and so I ended up actually starting the guild. I'll transfer it over to you as guild master as soon as you actually get back on.
Which should hopefully be by the time you hear this.
But look, it's really cool. It's just amazing to actually see people running around in World of Warcraft with Australian Gamer underneath their names. That's such a kick.
If you listen to the podcast, we've had someone come onto the forums and say, hey, I listened to the podcast, but I've never talked on the forums. Can I join? The answer is, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jump on in. Like, if you're listening now and you're thinking, I kind of feel
I've actually had, while in the game, I've had, I think, 2 people actually whisper me and say, hey, can I join your guild? And I've basically said, you can join the guild if you go read AustralianGamer.com. Nice. And 5 minutes later, they came back to me and said, hey, cool, can I join the guild now? I was like, yeah, all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Admittedly,
though, for what it's worth, I did cheat a little bit to start the guild. Because it was a pain in the ass to start the guild. You literally have to go and see the person. They have to stand right in front of you to sign the charter. You need 10 signatures just to start the guild. And that was a pain in the ass because not everyone from the forums was in there. There weren't that many people in there. Some people were in completely different areas that I couldn't access.
Yeah.
So I ended up just going. I had, I think, 6 people's signatures. I needed 3 more. No, I had 5 people's signatures. I needed 4 more.
Yep.
So I went back to the starting area and just asked random people, hey, who wants to be in a guild?
Nice. Are you going to kick him out now?
Yeah, I kicked them out. So I kicked out the ones that weren't doing anything.
Nice.
So,
well done. Nice work.
Yeah, I thought so.
If you are listening and do want to join in, do want to be involved, do want to join a guild that's going to be fun, casual, good fun, silly.
Yeah, look.
Australian, cool people. Thorison is the server of choice.
Yeah, I mean, look, just go to the forums. There's an actual official World of Warcraft forum section now. It's
just make sure you join Thorison Horde. That's all that matters.
I just think the coolest thing is, I don't know, that we're going to be promoting it. We're going to be pushing it. We'll be putting up banners on the front of the site saying Australian Gamer Guild, official guild. Come check it out if you want. It should be a good community full of people that are from Australia that do have a common interest in the website Australian Gamer, and so
absolutely, it's great. I'm really looking forward to getting involved, and I hopefully should be able to tomorrow night.
That's right, and it'll only cost everyone $19.95 a month to be part of the guild.
Yeah, which is a bargain. I mean, considering what you pay for the actual game, it's just to add so much to the game.
That's right.
Well worth the price.
Exactly. Yeah, so we'll take that in forms of check or money order or credit card numbers.
Possibly sexual favours.
Sexual favours?
Possibly.
Sure. Depends. No Oracle. No. Okay.
Oracle.
Yeah.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not drawing that comic.
No.
Okay.
No.
Next thing.
I'm having enough trouble with my own head. Next thing, eBay bans virtual item options.
I don't know much about this, but you do.
There's not really that much more to say than that. eBay has banned virtual item auctions, basically.
Very relevant with our final update, by the way. The
final update. Make it sound like we're never going to update again.
Well,
our finally up.
By the way, might add that the lateness of the update was completely my fault.
Yeah, the writing was done about a week ago.
The writing was done a week ago. It took me a while to get the comic done and get it all out. Mainly because Oracle kept reviewing goddamn games.
Yeah,
which was a pain in the ass. I kept having to put them up and get screenshots. It's like,
we need to stop him doing that.
Yeah, I think he'll get married. Then he won't be able to play games ever again. So
he'll be banned. He'll just be buying couches left, right, and centre. Honey, we need a new couch. What? For the couch pile. Alright. So I'm not even, I was going to say we'll be more on top of it for now, but screw it. I keep saying that.
Yeah, good call. eBay bans virtual item auctions. Is there anything more to say about that? Or?
No, not really. It's just interesting because it kind of takes a lot of the potential sting off.
What about like sold.com.au or the other auction sites? I'd imagine.
Well, eBay takes a chunk out of it. eBay
absolutely.
takes a chunk. There's always going to be other places. It can always be done in game. It can always be done,
but not with
forums.
real money in game.
Oh hell, hell yeah. You just have to whisper someone and say, hey, do you want to buy my character? And then make a deal with them and talk to them. And you can't do it in-game, but you can certainly talk to people.
Maybe go through escrow or something like that.
Or go through whatever, arrange something between you.
Yeah, I guess. Fair enough.
So, there's, but eBay takes the sting out of it.
Yeah, that's true. More makes it easier, but not anymore.
Not anymore, which is a good thing, I think, because these are in-game virtual items. I don't think they should be being sold for real world money.
Really?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, I was reading a story today. One of the guys around at work, he sent an email that I think it was Lineage 2 or something like that. It was one of these MMO games.
Yeah,
and
that's huge in China.
Yeah, I think it was Korea or Germany or something. Anyway, these two guys were using the same sword it was this awesome sword, and one guy would use it, then he'd give it to the other guy, and he'd play the game with it, sort of thing, or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I think I know the story.
And one guy took it and sold it.
Yep.
And the other guy went round to his house and stabbed him.
That is such an old story.
Is it?
It's such an old story that I've used it as a subject of an article in the past, which just goes to show how much you've actually read my stuff, and also goes to show how far behind you actually are.
I'd never heard about that one. That one shocked me.
Yeah, no, he stabbed him, and it was a sword that I don't believe that either of them used it. I think one of them, they both won it together.
Right.
Like in a raid they were in together,
right,
or in a run they did together, and one of them sold it, and the other guy demanded his money and then stabbed the guy.
Yeah, as you do.
Oh yeah, I would do that to you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even take a sword of any kind.
No,
there would have to be no catalyst whatsoever.
Like, hey, you drank the rest of my Coke. Yeah. I'm going to stab you now.
Oh, hey, yeah, it's you. Stab.
Charming. Alright, well, yeah, let's move on.
Let's move on
to probably the most interesting bit of this podcast, and the interesting bit of news that we've got at the moment, which is Uwe Boll. We interviewed Uwe Boll over the phone. Special thanks to our mate Mick Gordon.
Mick.
Who,
Mick is fully sick.
If you don't know, he is a game sound, or just a sound engineer or composer.
Yeah, all of the above.
He did, I think he did Destroy Humans, the music for that.
Yeah, he's done quite a lot of stuff. Destroy Humans is just one.
And he did our podcast.
Destroy Humans 1 and 2, I think.
I'm not sure. But anyway, he did our podcast theme.
He did our podcast theme, which is a rockin' bit of music if you haven't heard it.
You should. It's on the front of the site. You should click it, listen to it. Get past like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, listen to the whole thing.
Listen to the whole thing.
The psycho
it's really
bit
cool.
in the middle is awesome.
And he also is doing the music for Uwe Boll's upcoming movies. He did
and I think he actually did the best application to work for Australian Gamer that we got.
Yes,
I think it was better.
That's right.
I think it was better than Brett's.
He did actually apply to be a
we won't tell
reviewer.
you anything about it, but I think we should post it in the attachment for this forum.
Yep. Okay. Post it in the podcast forum.
Yeah, in the podcast forum.
All right then. But anyway, he's also doing the music for Uwe Boll's upcoming movies, Postal, and also he did it for the House of the Dead remixed version, and I think he's also doing it for
Dungeon Siege and stuff as well. I think some of the others.
He's probably like stuck there now. He's in it. Like
he's in, yeah.
He's in. So that's very exciting. And basically, he said, "Do you want to
like a tar baby?
Do you want to interview Uwe Boll?" Like, yeah. And we got his number and gave him a call. And it wasn't even a case of, can you call me back when I'm...
Yeah, which is what we expected. We expected to be making a time to call him back. It was so busy and important.
Literally, we called him. He's like, no, now's good. Let's talk.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, obviously, everyone that's going to listen to this that knows Uwe Boll, knows any of his work, has seen any of his movies, you're not fans.
No,
let's be honest.
He's one of those guys that it's kind of cool to hate and kind of cool to deride his movies.
And to be honest, I would imagine that most of the people listening to this probably haven't even seen Blood Rain. Probably haven't even seen any of his movies, I would say.
Oh, I don't know.
I would imagine.
I guess I'm thinking about it. I've only seen Alone in the Dark
and a bit of House of the Dead. I've seen a bit of Alone in the Dark and I saw Blood Rain.
Didn't you just see the nudie scene from Blood Rain?
No, I ended up getting the whole movie.
Right.
I thought I should see the rest of it.
Right, fair enough. I'm curious now. But I actually do want to see it.
Yeah.
But only because of the nude scene.
Oh, of course.
She's hot.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
She was the Terminator. Anyway, look, getting off topic. The point is that
it's unusual.
I mean, it was difficult for us to interview because we didn't want to have some preconceived, hey, how's it going? Why do your movies suck?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're probably going to get a bit of a bad reaction from the forum and from people in general for not asking the hard questions. But what's the point, really? I mean, what's the point in just calling a guy and going, your movies suck, please respond?
Yeah.
So we wanted something a bit more, not kiss-assy, but at least a chance to actually ask him some questions, not just having
a chance to sort of get him on his own terms and try and just talk with him about his projects and try and hit. And you know what? I think the most interesting thing was that he was just great to talk to.
He was really, really cool.
Uwe Boll as a person is energetic, is passionate and excited and very honest about
very
everything.
Intelligent too.
Quite intelligent.
And highly German.
And very highly German. Yeah, you'll notice he's got a very thick accent. And look, it was really enjoyable to talk to. And I got to say, him talking about his upcoming movies, Postal and Seed and Tunnel Rats, they all sound, Postal especially, sound. I really want to see it.
Yeah, we're really keen to see it. And we think after you listen to what he has to say, we think you'll want to see it as well. Yeah,
look, I'm not even trying to endorse the movie or anything like that. Like, we've got no ulterior motives here.
No, it just sounds kind of
it's just weird. I didn't expect the interview to go that way.
No, I mean neither. He was very chatty, very friendly, really nice guy.
Yeah. We might be doing a follow-up to the interview, but at the very least, the feature should be up on the site. You'll be able to read the entire interview, listen to it on MP3, but I think we'll play just a brief snippet of it.
Yep. We'll
right now.
The Postal series was always pretty controversial. Is that something you've particularly gone for? Is that one of the reasons you chose it?
Absolutely. And I looked into it. I had at the beginning a big fight with the game guys, with Vince Dizzy and Steve Wick, because they thought I should do more a movie like Taxi Driver, hardcore, run-armored guy who goes postal. And I said, look, there's not only Taxi Driver, there's also Falling Down, and in a way Natural Born Killers and everything. We know a lot of movies where people going on a rampage and flipping out. And I said, of course, we have to have that in the story, and we have it in the story, but we can make with Postal something bigger. We can make with Postal something where we use your options with that you have Bin Laden, that you have Bush in the game, or that we bring it in with the cat as a silencer. For example, I spent $50,000 for a cat animatronic to do that gag in the movie. But this is stuff we have to do, and I think the movie will work best if we don't do that so serious. Because then you can be way harder in everything, and people swallow it. It's not so disgusting.
I gotta be honest, I never got like a Taxi Driver story feel from playing the Postal game myself. It's a lot more humorous than that sort of thing. It was a lot more comedy.
Yeah, and this was for me like a big surprise, because like Steve Wick, Vince, Daisy are both like funny guys. You can have good dinners with these guys, but then they came to set later, and I think they loved it. And Vince Daisy is playing in the movie also. He plays basically a big living penis, like it's a crotchy doll. So he's like in a doll costume, and he wants to kill me because I ruined his game. And I think he had a blast with it, and I think now they love it. And they really saw on set for 1 week that we really go for it, and we casted only people that were super radical. Like, for example, Rob Schneider, who normally plays every dirty shit, he passed on it because he said the script is too harsh. We offered him a part, but then we got Dave Foley for that part, and he turned out really, really good. And all the actors we have in it are more comedians, and this pays off because they can transport that, all that crazy characters, super believable, and crazy. So, and at the same time, they're not like, they're entertaining, let's say it this way.
Yeah,
Chris Spencer, he wrote all the gags for Chris Rock, and so this is really, it's really a great cast. And funny is that all our terrorists are played by the guys, they played the terrorists in Spielberg's Munich movie.
Nice.
So they played it there for real and in our movie for fun and for comedy.
Yep, so that was Uwe Boll.
So I think you can tell why we thought you'd like it, or why I thought you'd like it.
Because of the giant penis.
Giant penis has got to be a factor, and a cat as a silencer.
Yeah.
What is not to like there?
Well, the cat with the silencer, that's out of the game Postal.
Is it?
That was in Postal too.
Oh, that's why he felt so much that he needed to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I want to know what happened to the prop afterwards. Does he get to keep it? Is it given away? Are they using real cats?
I suspect, I mean, I don't know that much about cat silencers, but I suspect the animatronic would probably have been damaged in the filming.
Right.
And may not be especially usable.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go with a no on that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe he's got it at home in a little jar.
Anyway, look, listen to the full interview that we did on the feature. There's also talk about a movie that hasn't even been announced yet.
Yeah.
Tunnel Rats. And the really interesting thing about that is that he's making a war movie, a Vietnam War movie, and he wants to make a video game based on the movie, which is a flip
which is a nice little change, and he'll be doing both the movie and the game, so he won't actually be destroying anyone's game, which is kind of cool. And another thing is, it actually sounds like a pretty interesting movie.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, all this, I mean, everything sounds really good, and I'm sure all these projects sound really good to the actors that come on board as well, and to the investors and everything like this.
We'll have to wait and see. We will see. We definitely will see Postal.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think we should make a big point of that when it comes out, of seeing it. We'll talk a little bit more about when it's coming out, when we actually put the full interview up, and we talk about it there. So I can't be bothered saying it now because I can't remember.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, look, that's it. It's been a fairly restrained, sort of chilled podcast.
Yeah, a bit of a chilled podcast. Guy is Yug. Yeah,
you gotta watch that.
I was just saying, Guy is Yug, so people knew.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yug is sober.
You know what?
That's got to be a factor.
Well, wait for it. I've been sober all week.
I love the way he says, I've been sober for a week, like he's at a meeting.
No. Hold on. Let me rephrase it. I haven't even had one drink all week. Shouldn't be amazing. That's kind of my point. No. The scary thing is that
I know you, dude. I know that is an impressive effort.
Yeah.
I know you are someone who has a drink because it's morning. And you want to celebrate.
Celebrate that I'm alive.
Yeah.
And it's a new day. Let's celebrate. Let's party.
So I do get that you not wiping yourself out is an improvement.
No,
a change, an impressive effort. I'm just saying the fact that that's an impressive effort is even more scary.
You've just belittled me completely. You realise this?
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Fine, I'm going. Thank you everyone for tuning in again. Check out the full Uwe Boll interview online.
When are we going to have that up? Pretty soon?
Yeah, it'll be up. It'll be up when people are listening to this.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to say also we apologise for the sound quality. We did the best we could, but we had to tape it off a mobile. So
yeah, we don't exactly have the most advanced setup
for that. We hopefully we'll get phone interviews with other people in future, and we'll try to get better equipment for those. But in the meantime, hopefully you can understand. There's also going to be a transcript up of what is spoken.
Yeah, that's what the whole feature is. So
yeah. So you'll be able to read along, and I recommend doing it that way because his passion and his enthusiasm doesn't come out when you read it. You've got to hear him talk and hear him laugh and hear us laugh at him because he was actually very funny.
Cool.
So yeah, play along.
Let's wrap it up. We'll talk to you all again this time next week. Same bat.
Don't do it.
Same
seriously.
Bat channel.
It's not really a channel. You would like the old school Batman, wouldn't you? You'd like the whole Adam West.
Kapow! I love the fact that Adam West is on Family Guy. He's the mayor in Family Guy.
Is he? I didn't know that.
And his name is Adam West.
Really?
The mayor's name is Adam West.
Did you say mayor?
Yes.
Oh, I hate you so much.
What?
It's not mayor.
Yeah, it is. M-A-Y-E-R, isn't it? Or O-R.
O-R. And the
Yeah.
word is mayor. How do you not know that?
Oh, yep, no. Yep.
It's
Gotcha.
all coming together. Oh, dear God, we are so ending this
We're stopping
podcast.
it. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
Bye.